in touch and not lose that contact. Because it's good contact. It's important. Because when we die, we're going to go on living in another format. Please, God loves you. No fear.
Praise God. Praise
Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to the Bass Guy Show. It's Arcade Week. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, but please stop. Thank you. Hello and welcome to the Bass Guy Show. My name is Bass Guy. I am a guy that plays the electric bass online. I also play the guitar and the harmonica and the keyboards. I dance and I tap dance and I juggle and we do jokes and tricks and people call into the show, and everything you see right now, including the green screen that's faulty, everything you see right now is being done live. All the sound effects come from the desk, all the instruments are played by myself, and even the people on the chat wall, they're all performed by Bass Guy. A little comedy joke here. So we're in the arcade, and every week we have a different theme. Last week we had gardening theme, we had pizza theme once, we have all different kinds of themes. Let's say hello to the people on the chat board right there. These people are here live with us right now. Today is May the 16th, 2016, and it's 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's where we are right now. If you're watching this in the future, then you're watching this on YouTube, on a replay, and we are your past and you are our future, but our future is your now. So there's a whole time continuum. It's got a lot to do with what's behind me, Tron. So welcome to the future, people. We are situated live in the West Island of Montreal, and there's a guy right there walking down the street. He's on his way to Bass Guy Studios to catch the show live in the audience. Today's show is performed in front of a fake live audience. So, let's say hello to everybody on the wall. I'm going to scroll you. So, Exovone says, F that guy. Chuck is here. Chuck is a fireman. Chuck says there's that guy again. Time is an illusion. We have Gajen here. We have Exobone here. We have Roxy here. Welcome, Roxy. Welcome, everybody who is tuned in early to the Bass Guy Show. So our theme is arcade games. If you can let us know what kind of arcade experiences you have had in your life. Now, if you were born probably 1990 and upwards, you probably didn't experience the phenomena. Phenomena. You probably didn't experience the phenomena that was the arcade. Let me just fix my green screen here. Oh no, I think I'm getting sucked into the video game. Not again. So we have to refresh the page here. So we have some green screen issues. I still need to buy some lights. We've been doing this show for quite a while. This is episode 400 and something, 482 or something like that. I'm not sure. Okay, tell you what, can we just get rid of the green screen if it's not going to work? You are watching the Bass Guy Show live on concertwindow.com/Bass Guy, live every day at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Welcome to Base Invaders. Are you ready to begin the game? We're going to start off with a little jam. Thanks for all the tips and the support already. I really appreciate it. It helps pay for the Wi-Fi and the internet. We're pretty much a non-profit organization because we're failing ridiculously, but we're still here because we're stubborn and we're never going to give up until we get kicked out. I'm going to start with a little warm-up. 1, 2, 3. Is the stream working okay? If the stream is lagging, we'll refresh the page. It's video game week, arcade week.
By 1982, there were 13,000 dedicated arcade locations across North America. It was the golden age of the arcade.
My brothers would ask to go to the arcade as like 12-year-olds or 13-year-olds.
It felt like an eternity in the arcade because all the games only cost a quarter. You know, Sears used to have an arcade. Kmart had an arcade.
When something came out, they had it. Normally, some of the big hitters are Asteroids, Pac-Man, Space Invaders. Those are, you know, part of some of the biggest games out there. I never did when I would run out of quarters. I would walk around and stick my hand in where the change would come out and push the buttons, and you'd be surprised how many quarters you could find.
Exactly. Check the coin slot, bang the coin door, and see if the coin would fall down. Look around if anybody dropped the quarter.
Games began to appear everywhere. By 1982, there were 13,000 dedicated arcade locations across North America.
Sandy. So that was just a little warm-up. We're just getting into it. I prepared so much for the show that I didn't actually prepare any music. So I'll see you later, everybody. Have a good weekend. Take care. Hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you later.
On the internet, that's right. It is Bass Guy. It's Bass.
I'm just joking. We're just starting. So welcome to the Bass Guy show. Let me just get on to level 7. Okay, we're on level 7 now. So here we are in the arcade. Let's see if we can get our green screen working. Please bear with us. 1, 2, 3. The stream is working okay? Okay. Just our green screen is a little cattywampus. Sorry about that. Major Hole just brought a reward. Thank you very much, Exobone, everybody, for watching the Bass Guy show. Here we are. It's not just a music show. We're going to do some comedy. I got some professional comedy jokes. I'd like to start off with one of my comedy jokes here. I got to write them down because my mom says I forget everything. What's the difference between a tenor saxophone and a lawnmower. Vibrato. So you're watching the Bass Guy Show, broadcasting to you live every single weekday on concertwindow.com/bassguy. It's free to watch and check out. You can help support the Bass Guy Show by tipping $1 or whatever, but you don't have to, and there's no pressure, and you can also just support by just being here, just hanging out, and by maybe commenting after the show, or by giving Bass Guy some mental and moral support. Here's a picture of me. I'm there by the joystick. That's me when I was probably 6 years old. It's 1980, I think. It's my friend Rick, who doesn't like to be photographed. It's one of the only photographs of him in existence. And we're playing. My brother got the Pac-Man for Christmas, and it was one of the first Pac-Mans. I think we have a commercial about it here.
That B-roll. Two men pointing at an opposite spot.
This is the official tabletop version of Midway's Pac-Man.
It looks the same!
And it plays the same. Monsters, power capsules, sounds, even displays best score. And best of all,
you can take Pac-Man home!
Official Midway Pac-Man for 1 or 2 players. The arcade game you can take home with you.
Wow, that's amazing. I didn't even cue that up. That comes in at random. Just in case anyone's wondering how I do the show, I have a mixing desk here, right? With 20 to 24 different channels. And on every channel, I'll put like 10 minutes of each sound effect. So there's 10 minutes of this, there's 10 minutes of this. Oh, and there's 10 minutes of this. So there's 10 minutes of everything. So when I cue in the effects, I don't really know what I'm going to hear most of the time. So it's kind of spontaneous a little bit. So if you're just tuning in now, please watch the replay on YouTube today or tonight, because we just did a pretty cool computer jam there with lots of different sound effects and graphics, and it went considerably well, considering that, you know, Larry's been busy in his toilet programming his new video game. What's it called? Leisure Suit Larry Part 7 is coming out soon. Let's see what the wall is saying. We have Kurt here. Hello, Kurt. Kurt is a computer baby. Kurt and Up a Ladder Guy are computer babies. I'm a little bit older than them, so I was in the pool hall maybe a year before you guys, or 2 years before you guys, and we grew up in an arcade in our local community called the Pool Hall, listening to Led Zeppelin with long hair, and they had zits and pimples and were making out, and us kids were in the front of the arcade spending our quarters and watching other people play when we ran out of quarters. So, and who would have thunk that, you know, I've been watching a lot of documentaries on video games, and it's quite fascinating stuff. It relates to pop culture in the world. I think the first video game ever was made for a Cold War effort in 1958, and it was on one of those sonar green, I don't know what they're called, and it consisted of one dot that went back and forth. It was an early version of Pong, and I remember being a kid before this happened. I remember being 4 years old, so it was 1978, and I remember Pong coming out. My neighbors had it on the TV, and I remember playing Pong. And now look where we are. We have a live interactive Googleplex Sonic Phonic HD live chat room. Look at the sound effects we have. I mean, oh, the internet has, that's one small fart for one small man, one large gas release for mankind. So that's my monologue. I've arrived. We're going to get on with the rest of the show. Good research, Dad. Yeah, I've watched like 4 or 5 hours. I guess, you know, it's nostalgia for a lot of us. If you're in your 30s or 40s, you probably hung out in an arcade, and people told you it was a waste of time, and it's the devil's work, and you're wasting your money. Now, the computer revolution runs the frickin' world. Video games industry has made more money than all film and television combined. So take that, put that in your mouth and smoke it. And I am one of the guilty who says I hate video games, but I am a video game. I'm a frickin' walking marvel of science, basically.
I don't know. Let's see if there's anything inside my brain. Nope, there's nothing there. Whew, that was close.
So sometimes I go into these thinking thoughts I have a thing called brain, and my mind fragments tell me stuff. So good research, Dad. Thank you, Kurt. Hopefully Smells will eventually travel over the internet. Can you imagine if you could, like, you could do a tip reward? If you tip Bass Guy $2, you'll receive one of his farts digitally downloaded. Ooh, that one was worth at least $3. So I hope everyone had a good weekend. It's cold outside there in Montreal. It snowed in parts of Canada, if you can believe that. There was hail and snow in Ontario, parts of Montreal. It actually snowed last night, and it's May 16th. Traffic is busy. It's Monday. The Monday Shundai might be among some of us. It's a hard day to get back into it. People can get really moody and bitchy and cranky because it's Monday and you have to go back to work and you're just starting to relax and you just want to play your frickin' video games and be left alone and get to level 17. So we're going to go on with our segments now, and then we're going to go to some more live music. This happens often. It's hard when you're running a whole show. I spent 12 hours getting ready for yesterday's show. I spent from lunch till midnight last night getting ready for this week's show. So my back hurts, and I forgot one thing to prepare, the music. So I don't know what I'm going to play. So who is this frickin' guy who comes on the internet with sound effects and stuff? We're going to go to a short commercial break, and then we're going to come back with the Bass Gang News. Thank you for watching. Bass Guy loves you. No fear. And remember, kids, eat your broccoli responsibly and take your celery seriously. We'll be back right after this commercial break. Bass Guy loves you. No fear.
Welcome to Lit Wax Arcade, where we have fun, friends, and Fix-It Felix Jr. featuring Wreck-It Ralph. It's all new, fully 8-bit, state-of-the-art, and the hottest arcade game in the world. Test your skills against this totally rad wrecker who loves living up to his Wreck-It name. Only you can save Niceland.
I can fix it.
And be the hero. Fix-It Felix Jr. featuring Wreck-It Ralph. Now at Lit Wax Arcade on Route 83, offering 2 free quarters on your birthday.
Hey, that's Frogger.
Yeah, it's the official tabletop version of the arcade game.
It plays the same. It's a game. Mr. Arcade is here. Galaxian, it's mine. Pac-Man.
You want to take it home?
Yeah. My own Pac-Man. Mr. Arcade, could you?
Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong?
Your official tabletop version.
Frogger, Donkey Kong, and Midway's Pac-Man and Galaxian. The arcade games you can take home with you from Coleco.
It's great in the arcade.
No secret the times are tough. With the war, economy, famine, and the great drought. Now, I'm no super genius, but I know we got to take it back to simpler times. Time before cell phones, computers, refrigerators. Hell, time before clothing. Give me simpler times.
Simpler Times, available at your grocer in the unrefrigerated section.
Hey, do you want to feel so energetic? Try Power Thirst, energy drinks for people who need gratuitous amounts of energy.
If you use Periscope, it's an application on your telephone where you can talk to people and you can hang out and stuff like that. And there's this new character and no one knows who he is. He's been making appearances, he has balloons and he's a bit creepy, and he's even been on our show here, and no one can still figure out who this elusive Dangles is. And yesterday he did a scope called Preparing for a Date, and then later at midnight he did a private scope and only invited a few people, and I was one of them, and I heard gunshots and it was all dark. It was really creepy. So who is Dangles, and when will we find out, if we ever will? What else do we have in Bass Gang News? Deb and Dave are not feeling very well. They're both sick with different conditions, so we're sending you Shaka blessings. We hope that you feel well soon. I finally got that bump existed in that news. Is that news? Yeah, that's news, Exobone. You finally got that bum. Yeah, okay. I have no idea what's going on. My brain is... Hello, please stand by. This is Bass Guy. My brain is experiencing technical problems. There's brain problems. Please stand or sit by. Also in the Base Gang news, we pray a shaka blessings from the Prophet, the great Prophet Robo Shobo Hobahai, may peace be upon him. We pray for Bo that the drive motors in his wheelchair get repaired because he's starting summer school tomorrow. So congratulations to Bo for starting. Exist. Okay, I thought I was reading wrong. That is news, Exobone. So we congratulate you for going to summer school, Bo, and we hope that your motors on your wheelchair get fixed soon. Sandy's, here's something to do. Here's something that we can relate to the whole arcade thing. Sandy's friend, Sandy Sand Monster, who's with us here right now, her friend Steve holds the world record in Mario Brothers arcade game. Also in Base Gang news, Major Hole, his favorite arcade unit, yeah baby, was Two Tigers. And Major Hole actually used to play the video game that we were talking about called Larry's Leisure Suit, or Suite, I'm not sure what it's called. If I can find an image of it. There's a game here, you can actually play it online, and it's from 1987, the original one. And the goal of the game is to try and sleep with women, and you go into a bar and you're a sleazebag, and we have Larry, the producer. We didn't want to talk about this, but he's actually the maker of that video game. And he's profited millions of dollars off of it. It's an over 18 game. You have to answer, and it's still like that if you play it online. If you want to play the game, you have to answer 5 adult questions. And I couldn't answer any of them. They're like, in 1979, in Saigon, what was the name of the general? And I was like, what? So it was of the times. So Larry Suit Leisure, you should try and play that game. Also in the Base Gang news, our microphone's a little bit high. Also in the Base Gang news, we have one last bit. Dave, in our room here, Dave Hancock, is about to pick up a real-life arcade game. You know, the big, large arcade game like this one here. He's about to pick up WF Superstars, World Federation wrestling video game. And you've just gone and watched yourself the Base Gang news.
Base Gang news.
Oh, Sheila, piss off. So, welcome to the arcade. Do you have any arcade stories you'd like to share with us? Sheila beat me at Kiss Pinball 1983. Wow, Sheila, yeah, Sheila's my age, so she was in the pool hall as well. I think I have some old photographs here. I haven't prepared them or anything, so I don't even know what I'm about to show you. I think they're on my desktop, so just give me a second here. We're going to chill out today because today is Monday, and I'm always trying to make the show better than it can be, so we just got to take it back a step and relax. So let me go to the desktop on my computer, and here's some photographs from our childhood now. You can see on the very, very left is our friend Jason from the group Circus, and then the boy with the blue pants on the left giving you the finger with the ski jacket, that's Larry. That's Larry when he was 98 years old. And then right next to him, with the red coat and the jeans, the third person from the left, that's Satan Loves. And then we have an array of different friends, and we used to hang out at the pool hall at the arcade every day, and we eat our poutine and chocolate milk and play video games. But even before that, we used to go to the pool hall before we even went to elementary school. If you look at the far left, the boy in the red t-shirt, that's Up a Ladder guy. And then the next boy in the blue, that's my cousin Adam. And the one in the middle, that's John down the street. And where he's standing is halfway between where I live now and where he lives now. So we have met the equilibrium. And then second from the right, it looks like first from the right, but on the skateboard, that's myself. And we used to go to the pool. Here's a picture of the pool hall today. That's from 2013. I used to make posters. We used to play music there. So that's the pool hall today, and I sketched in some Star Wars characters. It's now a bar. There's only one pool table, and all the video games are gone because they're in the home. And this is us in 2013. There's Nesta the dog. That's Chris on the left. In the middle is Satan Loves, and on the right is Bass Guy. I was visiting from Scotland for the first time in 15 years, so I was really homesick, and it was amazing to come by. I think I saw John down the street for a little bit, and behind there, the shop with the green siding and the 2 red signs, that's the pool hall. It actually burnt down in 1990 with high school. It was our childhood place to grow up in, a magical, crazy place like some nostalgic Hollywood film. And it burnt down, so everyone in high school skipped class and we went and watched it burn down, and they built a new one. So, and there's us inside the new pool hall in 2013, all having a beer together and being friends. So, and here is us in Beaconsfield, when I lived in Beaconsfield with Larry the producer, and there is us hanging out on the far right, sitting in the white t-shirt, that's John up the street, and on the far left, holding some skateboard railings, that's Bass Guy. And we were actually playing video games and skateboarding. It was my birthday there, so that's October 19th. And that's it. So I'm going to go back to the show now. You have to give me a second. I have to stall for time because my computer's acting slow. Not everything is perfect here at Lime Industries. We're going to go to a commercial break, and we'll be right back after these screams. And we're back. My computer's acting really slow. It's log jammed. Just a second, let me... Larry, can we have more squelch on channel 17, please? Yeah. Can you send me the cylinder units into port 17 and put the cartridge? Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed those photos. Maybe that's a new segment we can do. I actually should share my photos. I've got my life's work on one hard drive. I'm really concerned about it because if that breaks, I don't have anything left. There's about 20 to 30 years of my work on there, photography and music and everything. I guess we should get onto some music. Let me go to the board right now and ask the board what they thought of that segment. If you enjoyed the photography segment, maybe we could do it a couple times a week. Back that shit up. Canada Blaze, Chia, P, agreed. It's nice to walk down memory lane. It is, because you're a human being, you know, and people tell you to don't live in the past or go to the future or you should get a job, and I'm like, who the frick are these guys? I'll do whatever I frickin' want.
Maybe I'll just, I don't know. Let's see if there's anything inside my brain.
Nope. There's nothing there. Sorry, I keep checking to see if there's stuff in my brain. So I'm glad you love that segment. We're going to do one more quick segment because we've got a lot to get through Let's just stop and meditate because we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Let's find our center. Okay, I found it. I'm getting good at it, you know, a lot of practice. It's called power meditation. Let's go on to our next segment, which is the world news. It's the world news on the Bass Guy Show. Leave me alone, Sheila. I've been working really hard on this. God damn it. Okay, so the world news. UFO sightings over houses in the UK last night, or last week. There's been a UFO sighting over houses in the south coast of the UK. It was hovering and then disappeared. A half goat, this is all real news by the way, you can Google it. A half goat was born with no hind legs. It was only born with its 2 front legs and it still is able to walk around. It relates to last week, a gardening story. Last week we had garden theme, and this week we have the theme of Arcade Week. A gardening and trainer has become UK's first plus-size model. So there you go, a man who's a gardener and a trainer, and he's a plus-size man. He's become one of the first plus-size male models, professional models. China and India are at risk of mega flooding. It is rain season in India, but the weather, as you can tell, has gone completely cattywampus. It frickin' snowed in Canada. It's June in 2 weeks, and it just snowed. So watch out for the weather. And 8 tons of blow. This is real news. I'm almost scared to talk about it in case they, get me involved. 8 tons of blow was seized, a record raid in Colombia. 8 tons of blow. Larry is really upset and grumpy, and he refuses to comment on the situation. And the world's largest plane just landed in Perth, Australia. Now, if you put the two stories together, this is a plane that is 81 meters long, and it's the world's largest plane. A new plane just landed in Perth, Australia. Now, 8 tons of blow has been seized. Probably the blow was on the plane. I don't know. If you think about it, you think about the world news, the triangle, the conspiracy theory. This is the triangle. Think about it. Not too hard, though. Base Gang News. I mean the world news. Hello, Bass Guy Show. Welcome to the Bass Guy Show. This is the Bass Guy Show. You're watching the Bass Guy Show. Whom may I have the pleasure?
Hey, Bass Guy. It's t-broz.
T-broz, man. How you doing?
Good. It's been a while.
It has been a while. Let me put you on the cam. Ladies and gentlemen, our good friend from New York City, t-broz. Welcome, t-broz, man.
Jazzberry something?
What's Jazzberry?
I don't know. I'm reading the can I'm looking at.
Oh, right. You're looking at the can because you can see that's a can of Jazz Janitor's chickpeas.
Ooh, that sounds good.
There, I turned my camera off just to make the streaming better, because you don't want to interrupt a good, healthy stream.
Okay, well, now I'm just looking at myself, and that's weird. But okay, cool.
So, t-broz, you're in New York City. You're a piano player. You've called into the show before. It's Arcade Week.
I like it. I'm excited that it's Arcade Week.
Have you got some arcade stories for us? Can you tell us a little bit about your arcade history as a child?
I could probably think of some. I grew up in the 80s, and the really cool arcades in my hometown, Putt-Putt had a really awesome arcade.
Putt-Putt. I think I remember Putt-Putt. Is that
Did you have Putt-Putt up there?
Is that a golf game, or?
Yeah, it was like a mini golf place. So you'd go there for mini golf, but then they'd also have an arcade.
Oh, that's awesome. I love mini golf. Okay. Any other games?
Yeah, and that would be cool because it was like double levels, and there'd be like a balcony. I don't know. If I went back in time and went there now, it would probably be not as impressive. But when you're little, everything just seems so big and magical, and it was cool.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
And Aladdin's Castle at Ward Parkway Mall was pretty sweet.
Aladdin's Castle. Wow, what year was this? This is in New York City too, I take it.
No,
right?
this was in the suburbs of Kansas City.
Okay. Going down to Kansas City. That's I've recorded that song before with the daughter of Jerry Lee Lewis. I used to be in a band with her, and we recorded Kansas City.
No kidding. The daughter of Jerry Lee Lewis. How'd you meet up with her?
She's living in Scotland. She's living in Glasgow, Scotland. She's married to a Glaswegian. And
I'm going to Scotland in a month and a half.
Oh, wow. Awesome. Where are you going to, t-broz?
Well, first I'm in London, and then not really sure. Going to spend, I think, a couple nights in Edinburgh, and then a couple nights in Glasgow, and then drive through the Highlands.
Oh, wow.
But
so
I know very little of the area, so feel free to...
No, we should hook up on Skype or whatever and talk or write each other. I used to live in Glasgow for 10 years. And I used to gig in Edinburgh all the time, and I know a lot of people in a small, tiny village in between those places, and I know a lot of people and bars I could point you to, and I know one village that if you walked into it and told them Bass Guy or Jack sent you, they would treat you like royalty. So I should definitely hook you up.
Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, I'll drop you a line later. Maybe we can talk or chat about it, yeah.
You could be the ambassador of the Bass Guy show.
Oh, that would be an honor, because I'm pretty much going blind. I have a very loose itinerary and just going to kind of wing it.
Oh, you're going to enjoy it. Scotland is amazing. And Up a Ladder Guy is there. You could hook up with him if you want.
Oh, no kidding. Is he in Glasgow?
He's in Dunning, but every place in Scotland is literally 1 hour away from each other. A very small place.
That's what it seems like.
It is. If you have a car or a bus or you meet Up a Ladder Guy's got a car. So back to the arcade week then. Anything else you wanted to add about the arcade?
Gosh, I don't know. I had a really moderate Miss Pac-Man addiction, but this is only like this was when I was in my early 20s maybe.
Okay.
But I was like going, and this was even after the arcades died out. So I would go to like laundromats or the local bowling alley that had a Miss Pac-Man machine to play it, and then I had a little piece of paper in my pocket where I'd write whatever my personal high score was. So when I beat it, I'd add it to the list.
That was the fun of the whole thing. I remember that too when the pool halls started to die out. You'd go into pizza shops or whatever, or even just a 7-Eleven, and there'd be one video game in the corner, and you'd spend your weekends there.
Yeah, exactly.
Next to the beef jerky.
Exactly. Hey, I think you were in my dream last week, and when people are in my dream, I never know if it's weird to share that information with them or not.
In case it's over Freudian.
Well, and I don't know if there's anything to even be gleaned from that, but for some reason people just seem weird out, and they're always like, oh, is it a sexual dream? And it's like, well, no, maybe like 0.1% of my dreams are sexual, so...
Well, that's really weird that you said that, not the sexual thing, but because everything is anyways. But the dream thing, I was torn between Arcade Week and Dream Week. I was just about to do Dream Week, because on Friday I had the most crazy dream that I was in India and I was being chased around and stuff. It was very foreign. So,
wow.
Wow.
Well, in my dream, which I think was Thursday night, I was in some weird room and you were outside. And it was storming, and I don't know, maybe dreams, you just kind of know things, so either I just knew you were out there or we were communicating via radio, but it was getting really torrential out there and starting to flood, and it seemed like, oh shit, he's screwed, but then eventually we were all screwed because it just started like, sounds like an ominous dream, but
that's weird, because I had a similar dream that I said I was in India, and it was that kind of feeling of, it wasn't really a nightmare, but there was a lot of chaos going on and it was scary. Is that the feeling?
Wow.
Right?
I wonder what that means.
And I was going to have Dream Week this week because of that dream, and then you call in with a dream about me, and you're going to Scotland, and my brother is there. So this whole thing is just who are these guys?
Who are these people?
I mean, who are these guys that call into internet shows that are supposed to be Dream Week, but they had Arcade Week instead, and he's going to Scotland, he might see my brother, and I'm on the internet, and you're in New York City, and we're in Montreal. I mean, who are these people?
I don't know who these people are.
Oh, that was a long one. So this is freaky. This is freaky. Well, I'm so glad you called in, t-broz, to tell us all about this. This is amazing.
Yeah, well, I hope you do Dream Week next week. I think that's a good idea. Have you ever experimented with lucid dreaming?
I've had lucid dreams before, and one was so powerful that it made me curious about it. I know our friend Larry, the producer, is big into dreaming, and he practices. You can practice lucid dreaming, can't you? You can train yourself.
Yeah, I've never had too much luck, but that's what I hear.
I've read books where you can train yourself. So, for example, right now in reality, if you turn around and look at the clock on the wall, for example, and you say to yourself, this is reality, and there's a clock on the wall, and if you say that to yourself like 20 times a day, when you go to sleep and you have a dream, if you see a clock on the wall, you look at it, and then if you see a clock on the wall, you'll probably look away, and when you look back, the clock won't be there, and that will indicate that you're dreaming.
I've heard that. Maybe we should try that now.
Okay, so let's do it now. So I'm looking, and I see Larry's bottle of empty gin on the windowsill. And I look away, I look back, it's still there. And because it's still there, it's an indication that this is real, baby. You try it.
Yeah, I think this is real. Okay.
Okay, you try it now, Todd.
Okay, well, let's see. The clock says 1:57. this is like my apartment, which looks like I think how it usually looks, you know, not like it is my apartment, but it isn't. And I'm looking back at the clock, it's still 1:57. I think this is real.
This is
Pretty
real.
sure.
Soon after refreshments have been served.
But this is probably the closest. The Base Guy show is probably the closest you can get to non-reality within reality.
Coach Ray is talking about awakening the Kundalini. I like it. Yeah.
What is the Kundalini? I'm pretty ignorant.
Well, I don't know too much. One thing I've been telling myself I'm going to try, but I've yet to, is go to a type of yoga that's especially designed for Kundalini awakening. And Kundalini is like the serpent of energy that goes up the spine, like kind of like your basic serpentine life force that very spiritual people learn how to unleash. And yeah.
Wow.
That's the best.
You do know a lot about it. You've just gone and educated me.
A sand monster knows, yeah.
Everybody knows except me, basically.
Oh, wow. Thanks.
Well, I have no personal experience. I just know from what I've heard.
Mystic shit, says Coach Ray. Right on, Coach
Mystic
Ray.
Shit.
Coach Ray's getting into it now.
I like it. I like that Coach Ray's into the mystic shit.
So yeah, I'm going to hook you up with Up a Ladder guy in Scotland. You don't have to, but it's nice to have the name. And what I'll do is I'll write down a whole bunch of addresses and people, and I'll photograph it and send it to you.
Oh, please, that'd be great. And can I get a hold of you at baseguyshow.gmail, whatever?
Yeah. Actually, I don't know, because that's Enlightenment Industries. And we have our CEO, Sloppy on Focus, and head of HR, Chicky Mickey. They say that they have the password, but we haven't had any email in about 5 years.
How do people submit Base Gang news?
In the DM, which you've been invited to in Twitter. I'll invite you again.
Oh, okay. I've been having a hard time finding my jazz recently.
Would you like to play something just on your own if it's on and ready?
I don't know. I like the idea of doing something together. It takes a little bit of the pressure off, but
okay.
I want to be able to hear you.
We have to do this jam because it's not in real time. There's a slight delay that one of us has to ignore the other. So it's probably easier if you ignore me.
Okay.
Most people do anyways, so it'll be easy.
Let's see here.
Sloppy on Focus says, I told you not to talk about my hemorrhoid shit, BG. I'm sorry, Sloppy. I won't do it again.
Don't share it on the DMs. Everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear that?
Yeah, we got you.
What should I/we play?
Something easy. Super, super easy. How about all blues?
Sure.
Okay, let's do this. This is t-broz and Bass Guy live on Concert Window for Arcade Week.
Keep soloing.
Ladies and gentlemen, t-broz live from New York City, jamming live with Bass Guy in Montreal.
All right. I hope we can do that in person someday.
You hope we can do what, sorry?
I hope we can do that in person someday. I just get like a little bit of notes here and there through the phone.
It is difficult. I can hear you, but then it cuts out, and it's very difficult. It's 100 more times difficult than it appears because we're not in sync with each other. So, but it was pretty
all the more
awesome.
Impressive for us.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming to New York City. It's been calling me my whole life. Now I have a few friends that live there. I know Jenna and Howard and Sloppy and a whole bunch of people and Adam, and I'm definitely would love. Larry and I are going to come up. I'm working on it. I got my driving license. I've not been using it for years because of my back, but I'm feeling stronger, and I would love to go to New York City. It'll be a shack miracle when it happens.
Oh, it will be.
And you're always welcome to come over here in Montreal.
Oh, sure. Hopefully I'll make it up there someday. I've been there once, but that was a while ago.
Okay. What year was that? Do you remember?
Well, let's see. No, actually, I've been there a couple times. The first time was with my grandparents for the jazz festival when I was probably in high school or something. And then I think I went up during college for like a spring break weekend or something.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, t-broz, man, it's been an amazing conversation today. It's crazy. Arcade games,
yeah.
Scotland, dreams. I mean, come on. Who are these guys?
I know, so much. Well, cool, man. We'll keep on keeping on. We'll be in touch.
Okay, take care, and thank you for calling t-broz, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, t-broz.
Bye.
So, thank you everybody for watching the Bass Guy Show. We'll be right back after these screaming... We'll be right back after these screaming people. Welcome back to the Bass Guy Show. I don't know what the time is. I think it's time to go now. We've done 1 hour. So we'll do one more quick jam to end the show, I think. A little quick computer jam. You've just gone soft-watch your bass. You've just gone Sega since 1971. Video games are cool because sometimes you don't feel like watching TV, so you just play a video game instead. And then you gotta do your homework, because if you don't, you get the bad stick. You're watching the Bass Guy Show, Butter Water. I think it's good. I don't know, not too sure. I wonder what my brain's gonna think next without moving my lips. I don't know. So you're watching the Bass Brain. This is my brain, and it's moving without moving the lips. So we're just going to take a break, and we'll be back after this non-lip movement session.
Can be frozen. Is dishwasher safe? Oven safe? And can be washed and dried.
Point this day today on the Bass Guy Show. So on this day today, which is May the 16th in 1929, the first Academy Awards were on. On this day today in 1975, Japanese woman scales Mount Everest. On this day today, May the 16th in 2014, Barbara Walters does her last news broadcast. This day today, May 16th, 1964, first Motown hit ever, My Guy, by Mary Wells, was recorded at Hitsville, USA in Detroit by Barry Gordon. This day today, May 16th in 1980, Magic, is it Magic Jordan Magic Johnson Jordan? I forget. You know, Magic plays center as a rookie and ends up winning the championship. This day today, birthdays. May the 16th, happy birthday to Janet Jackson, who is 50. Happy birthday to Pierce Brosnan, who's 63, and Liberace, who lived from 1919 to 1987. And we also have two very important birthdays coming up. We have Van Gogh on May the 29th, I think, and Sloppy Unfocused. So it's a Shaka celebration. So we have Sloppy and Van Gogh's birthday coming up next week. So let's get ready for that. That's this day today. I'm sorry, it's Chuck's birthday. It's Chuck's birthday on the 29th. My green screen's all screwed up. So we hope you enjoyed today's show. Today's show was brought to you by Sheila Condescending and by Larry the producer. Go out. If someone could put up the link to Larry's Leisure Suit. Larry, you can play it online for free. It's a pretty degrading game. Thank you for all your support, everybody. I'm going to scroll you now, so please hold on. I would like to thank everyone for today's show, for watching. Talking Ape in London, welcome Talking Ape. Gajen, t-broz, thank you for calling. Gajen in Florida. Kurt, damn I missed that jam. Kurt in Montreal. You can always watch the replay, it's on YouTube after. Coach Ray in Philadelphia. Sloppy Unfocused in New Jersey. Roxy Geller. We got Sandy in Florida. Love you to bits, Sandy, you're the best ever. Van Gogh in South Carolina. I'm Living and Learning, Exobone, the writer of Wombat, Helsinki Wombat. Major Hole, thank you for watching, everybody. Major Hole, you have wonderful photographs on Instagram. And talking about, on that note,
arcade game of the world. Test your skills against this totally rad wrecker who loves living up to his record name. Only you can save nice land.
I can fix it.
And be the hero.
We may get all kinds of things going on. You never know what's going to happen when the Bass Guy Show goes live right here on Concert Window. Be sure to tip those waitresses. Yes, indeed. Yo, let's give it up for Bass Guy. Bass Guy loves you, no fear. Shaka. See you tomorrow at the same place, the same time. Larry!
Did you just gun watch the Bass Guy Show replay on YouTube? Well, then click on the subscribe button now and join the Bass Guy subscription channel thingy on YouTube. Thank you. Bass Guy loves you. No fear. Yeah, baby. Yeah.